What is good, you beautiful souls? It is another great day to have a great day, y'all. The vibes is vibing, birds is chirping, leaves are falling because fall's upon us, baby. If you're in a space where you have seasons, because I know there are some states that have none. But I welcome you to another video, y'all. It is another one. We're gonna have a great time. Get down to the nitty gritty. Y'all know the vibes. Try to dig deep. Deeper knowing helps you understand you. Because the better you understand you, the better you live your life. You feel me? So let's get into it. And y'all know I don't like to waste no time. I wanted to talk today about grounding, specifically grounding in a sense of, I'm trying to think of what word I want to use. Like grounding in a way where you're not even just at peace, but you are at ease. Yeah. Because think about it like this: there's so much that goes on a day-to-day basis. I mean, between the decisions that you got to make, between the environments that you're in, maybe even the people that you're around. I mean, you got to deal and go through a lot of different things with a lot of different people, situations, and circumstances just to get through that 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't really have the space or give yourself the space really to have that relaxation and have that space to just be, I mean, it could turn into a whole other thing because those feelings and your emotions are going to be stacking on top of everything else that's going on within everything else in your life. And I mean, are you giving yourself time to handle and deal with those emotions? Because if you're not giving yourself the space and the time to feel, to think, to just be, it's probably maybe even how you're feeling right now. You just feel overwhelmed. You get very, very overwhelmed, and you can get overwhelmed very, very quickly if you do not allow that space to be done, which is why grounding as a whole is necessary. It's very, very necessary. So you just gotta find a space, like wherever it is that you go, where you're there, you're like, all right, cool. This is good. This is good for me. This is like I can get lost in my own thoughts. I can get lost in my surroundings because of where I am right this second. Because of the space that I am putting myself in right this second. You know what I mean? So, do you like know what it means to be in this isn't me patronizing, I'm just asking. Do you know what it means to be in the moment? Like to really, really be in the moment. I'm talking you could have a whole lot of noise. Like if you were sitting outside, whole bunch of noise, whole bunch of noise. You get into your state, you get out there and you just get into your state of zen and just peace and ease. All that noise don't even really sound like noise. Even though you still it's like there, but there's like a glass, like a giant glass wall. So it's like hits the wall. Like you know it's still there. You're aware because your awareness is up there, but it ain't phasing you nothing because you were just that at peace. You were just so in the moment with where you are right then and there. It's hard to feel or hear anything else. Genuinely. And the beautiful thing with getting to a state where you ground so much is that alignment will literally show you the clarity that you are looking for. So whatever questions you have, whatever thoughts you've been having, whatever feelings have been coming up, know that every single thing that you're doing, how you're doing it, it's going to lead you to more answers. Your answers are all within you. But in order for you to be able to like read that book, you got to study the language, baby. And you are the language of you, of understanding you and your intuition and your guidance, knowing that you got everything unlocked the way that you want it to, the way it's meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, y'all. You got it. You will do it. You're doing it and will continue to do it and get better at it as you continue to thrive. Like what? Like what? And as you do that, it's going to lead not only just to the clarity, but it's going to lead to more confidence. We getting all the C's, clarity and confidence. And guess what else? Creativity. The three C's. Your clarity will lead to confidence, which will let you be more confident in your creativity that you are putting forth. It's you would think it's like an equation, which almost feels like it the more you talk about it, but at the end of the day, it's just you simply taking the time to get to know yourself. You simply taking the time to be so present that everything else around you just fades away. No matter what circumstance you're in, you're like, all right, cool. I'm here. We doing what we got to do, and we gonna handle it how it needs to be done. And that's it. That's it. That's all. It ain't gotta be anything stressful. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to have a whole freaking room decked out with candles and tapestries and crystals and all that. It ain't. It doesn't have to be that. If that's your thing, then do that. But if it ain't your thing, then don't do it. Simple. There's not one certain way that things have to look, y'all. Things don't have to look this way for it to be this or that way for it to be that. This can be that and that could be this and that's it. And whatever you call them, then it is. That's it. That's all. You see what I'm saying? There is no one way to do it or another. How you do it is the way it's meant to be done. So if you want to do it that way, then you do it that way. If it makes you feel good, then you do that. That's it. That's all. If that's what you want to do, then make it done. You do it how you need to do it. That's it. You see what I'm saying? Because like I said, this can be that. It can. It really, really can. So if your grounding looks like real relaxing, and if your grounding is more so on like the I'm just chilling, I'm living my best life, cool. If your grounding is you going shopping, cool. If your grounding is simply you just sitting in a dark room with the air blowing and some super soft music, cool. But find what makes you feel good, what makes you feel at peace. Genuine peace and ease. That even if you had a headache, even if you were stressing, you just sit there, take a few deep breaths, and then you just get back into that space like, um, you know? And it's great. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of, y'all. It's a beautiful thing to experience. And speaking from experience for me, I love being on my balcony. Like, I love to sit out on the balcony. I'll just sit out there, listen to the wind and the trees, listen to the birds. If it's late, I'll listen to the crickets and the cicadas. Like, it's just such a moment. And look up and be able to just keep my head here, but just look straight ahead. And I can see the clouds, and the clouds just move just ever so slowly. But watching, it's just you become so in line and in tune with the nature around you, with the world around you, that's hard not to want to be a part of that, especially once you get into a habit of doing it. It's hard not to. But know that even with all that stress, even with all the overwhelming feelings that you could be feeling right now, you can transmute that energy into something positive, transmute that energy into something more beautiful, and better yet, better for your highest will and greatest good. Something that's going to help elevate you that much more because of where you're meant to be. Where you're meant to be is where you are right now, and where you are tomorrow is where you're meant to be then. And if you're not, you will always be rerouted. Y'all know this. But you can gain the clarity by simply grounding, by simply being present with yourself. So make grounding literally a priority for yourself. Because if you don't put that intentional time aside, then it doesn't feel important. You're not making it important. Even if you say, this is important to me, are you making the time for it? Are you literally setting a time, a space for you to do that? And if the answer is no, all right, there you go. That's not for me to say that it's not as important, but you're not putting as much emphasis on this level of importance simply because you're not executing how you're meant to execute. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's just using those trains of thoughts and those perspectives about what you're doing and how you're doing it. If you're not getting the results, y'all, change it. Change it. If you're not getting the results you want, then get the results you want. How do you do that? Well, let's go on the journey and figure it out. One day at a time, one step at a time, but you got that. The intentional time will get you those intentional outcomes. The grounding will help elevate you. Elevation, baby, is the name of the game. And that really should be your middle name because all you do is elevate. You know? So it's going to be a trial and error. It's going to be, all right, whatever I got to do, I'm going to figure it out. How it needs to be done, I'm going to figure it out. That's really all it is. But just have faith. Like, you got so much faith in yourself and trust in yourself that you know that how you're moving, when you need to move, how it needs to be done is what you're doing. And you're doing it very, very well. Very, very well. So I want to say congratulations to you, pre-congratulations, because you are doing the things, you're doing it already, and quite frankly, it's going to continue to get better and better and better for you. Just make sure to set that time aside. Make sure to set that intentional time so that you have time and feel safe in the space to acknowledge whatever emotions and feelings that you're going through at that point in time so that you then can evolve that much more, so you then can thrive that much more. Because I'm telling you guys, you're going to continue to get better and better. Like, you today is amazing. Freaking amazing. And you tomorrow is going to be amazing too, and the day after day after day after day after day after that. All right? Okay. So like I said, set that intentional time because I'm telling you, once you get into a space where you can really feel safe with yourself, you're going to continue to just do more and more for yourself with confidence. More with confidence is the name of the game, y'all. Y'all keep doing your thing. I appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and show some support for your boy. Y'all know to come check for me. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we out here like swimwear. You feel me? But have an amazing day, y'all, and continue to be you.